Welcome, Star Family. This is your full moon energy reading and update for June 11th. In Sidereal, true Sidereal constellational astrology, this full moon is taking place in the Scorpio Ophiuchus section of the sky. So this has a lot to do with transformation, with revelations, with unearthing, with going deep, Phoenix energies, rebirth energies. With that Ophiuchus constellation, it's all about the healing from going into the underworld. So this is that time where we might truly see some gems coming out of the darkness that we've been moving through. We have this full moon also happening in a trine to Mars and Chiron. So this is really gifting us with the energy to carry through with our healing. And there's a lot of passion and drive coming online with this full moon. It's also square the nodes. So we are being called to step up to face like a shift point in our lives. And we could be feeling some challenge in those areas and how we're being called to change, to shift, to step up. But this trine to Mars and Chiron is truly helping us. And also just it being in the Scorpio Ophiuchus section of the sky, on top of it, it's all about healing. It's all about rebirth. So this is a really magical moment, and I would like to just tune in with the cards and bring through a message for you. So for the collective energies, for all those tuning in, what are the main energies we will be moving through, dealing with as a collective? What are the main energies that we will be moving through as a collective for these 2 weeks, starting with the full moon on June 11th? In the highest love and the highest light. And I ask for everybody to receive at least one message that is unique to them, that speaks to them, everybody tuning in. So, and also if you enjoy these messages, these readings, if you resonate at all, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It not only helps my channel and it to attract more star family, but it also helps to ensure that your reading, that your energy will automatically be included in all of the channel's readings. So I just wanted to add that, and I hope that everybody has been hanging in there. This has been a very deep 9 year, which is 9 as soon as I said that. A very deep 9 year, which is all about completion, which is all about closing things out. And so, usually what I notice is that when we reach the spring and the summertime, we start to have a lot of rebirths happening, a lot of new beginnings, and things kind of revealing themselves, what we've been moving through, kind of revealing what we're about to birth. But this year, here we are in June, coming up on the solstice on the 20th, 21st. Yet it still feels like things haven't really gotten going on a lot of levels. Like I do feel energy and passion and momentum building now that Mars has moved into true Leo. And now that, let's try to fit these all. And now that, we're in the spring energies. However, what I'm noticing about this year is it still feels like we haven't started any new beginnings, gotten forward with anything that we normally would at this point in the year. And this has to do with the 9 energies. And it has to do with how big the new beginnings are going to be in the 1 year coming up next year. So we're going to keep closing things out. This is going to keep happening. So try not to be discouraged. And the amount of time that you spend in the void, in the in-between space, doing the inner work, tending to yourself, maybe feeling like nothing's really happening, but you're still focused within, the amount of time that you spend doing that, it's going to have an impact. It is absolutely on every level going to have an impact on the magnitude of the new beginnings that you're birthing this summer, this season, but also really moving forward in earnest, starting next year with the 1 year. So the seeds that you're planting right now are very important. Okay. So these are, I wanted to do here. I wanted to do just like a main theme spread, but we'll do that after. We'll tune into these cards first and see what we have. So we have the bloom, creations realized, right time, celebrate. Oh, that's beautiful. So that's what I'm getting, like this big pause that we've been moving through, the amount of closures that we've been, I know so many who have been going through, you know, job endings, relationship endings, deaths even. I mean, I don't want to make light of any of this because these closures, these completions, they're big and they're deep. And I just want to say that everybody, and especially if you're watching this, has been doing such a beautiful job of doing this inner work, of staying present. And this feels like that time that there's some lightning, some momentum, and you're going to start to see some buds, some sprouts of some of the seeds that you've been planting. We also have 1144 with a leveling up. Beautiful. We have sun and stars. This feels like just a really radiant time. We're about to move into the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. So this is that time of a lot of light coming back online, even though we're continuing and carrying out these completions that I've been talking about. The remainder of this 9 year, there is that momentum and that light coming back in. And I want to say that so many people have done such beautiful work in the closures, in the closing things out, in the staying present, that it's lightened up the collective field. And so even if you're continuing on the remainder of the year and onwards to close things out, it's with more energy, more passion, more peace and grace, because you've released a lot of the really, really heavy stuff. So we have rejuvenating rain with clear the past, heal the present. We have sensitivity with Archangel Haniel. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. And then lastly, from the Oracle, we have enlightenment. Wow, I love to see this. You know, this fits very well with that Scorpio Ophiuchus section of the sky, with unearthing things that have been in the shadows. That's what Scorpio, that's what Ophiuchus is all about. And it feels like the work that we've been doing on ourselves, on letting things go, on dissolving the programming, you know, the work that is ongoing, that feels like it never ends, that's for sure. So many have been doing such a beautiful job of this, that this is a time, this is a moment for a level up. So if you're feeling extra sensitive, because we have this trine to Chiron happening, if there's a lot coming up, do your best to just accept it, to just embrace it, to just know that you're so supported in dissolving this, in the healing, in the staying present. A lot of the people that I've known who have gone through situations that, you know, ordinarily would cause humans deep, 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 deep grief, they've been moving through them with so much more grace than I've ever seen. And I really do feel it's because collectively, individually, we've been doing the work, and those things that used to feel scary and like the end of the world, we're able to handle them better now. So if you're feeling extra sensitive at this time, just know that this is actually your higher self helping you to bring more and more through, because you're so close to these new creations, to this blooming, to this leveling up, to enlightenment. So it's a gift if you're feeling extra sensitive, if there's a lot coming up. It's helping to fully clear this before the new moon happening at the end of the month, that is, I believe, conjunct Jupiter, who is newly shifting into Gemini. So, you know, there's a very abundant, prosperous new beginning coming. Things are starting to move forward. So there's this kind of feeling with the trine to Chiron, the trine to Mars, it happening in the Scorpio Ophiuchus section of the sky, that we're being supported with the final clear out. You know, of course, as I talk about, this continues on, but I do feel this momentum coming, like we're ready to bloom. We're ready to bloom. There is a moment of celebration coming with this full moon. So even if it feels like you're healing, and what I'm also getting is like a lot of people, as I was talking about in the beginning of this reading, a lot of people have felt kind of in the void, kind of in limbo, having to just close things out. Again, we're in this 9 year, but as we lighten ourselves up and we make space, it's like people have been getting glimpses of what's to come. They've been feeling it in their heart space. They've been seeing it in their mind's eye. They've been having dreams, visions of what's to come. And the message really wanting to come through is trust those visions. They are going to blossom. They're going to bloom. They're in this next level that you're shifting into. You're reaching the frequency that you've needed for these creations to bloom. So allow this Scorpio, Ophiuchus, Chiron energy, this rejuvenating rain to help you, just continue the work, because you're so supported in this right now. And it really is giving way to enlightenment, to a lot of lightness is what I'm feeling. And let's take a look here at the tarot cards that we have for this full moon. We have... beautiful. We have the sun. Oh my goodness. I feel this energy with the sun and the stars, with enlightenment, with leveling up, with the bloom, with the sun of success. I mean, it's just through and through this energy of success, this acknowledgement. Ophiuchus is that section of the sky, it's like the Christ energy. It's the energy, it's the energy after the wounding, after the excavation, and it's kind of where that light comes in, and we start to see the phoenix, we start to see the healing, we start to see the enlightenment and the transformation. And that's what I'm getting with this. So even if there's sensitivity and painful things, there's this feeling of acceptance, lightness, happiness, understanding that whatever you're moving through is truly for your benefit is also something that I'm getting. We have Mars in true Leo now as well. So there's a lot of energy and a lot of play and a lot of passion and a lot of joy coming back online as well. A lot of people are getting more interested in creative projects. And even if these don't take off fully this year, continue to stay in that energy of the joy of it, because they're going to. Just trust in those things that you're feeling guided towards, that you're being shown, that you're having the passion for. Trust in that. You're moving towards that leveling up, that timeline where you are in bloom. You are successful. You are joyous. You are prosperous, and you're headed that way. Anything else coming up, it's to truly assist you. We have the Three of Pentacles. Beautiful. So this can have a lot to do with working with others, with creativity as well. And it can also have to do just co-creating with the divine, with your higher self. So it's this message of whether you're alone, whether you have support, friendships, partnerships, family, do what you need to do. Do the solo work yourself, spend that time doing the healing, because you might be feeling extra sensitive. It might be very important to be meditative, but then on the other side of that, there's a lot of opportunity for collaborations with others, for communicating with others. We are getting ready to shift into true Gemini season, so there will be this opportunity for connectivity coming up, is what I'm really getting with this. And a lot of these creations that we're going to start seeing, more and more happening now, and really coming through in earnest with the 1 year next year. These are meant to be here. We're meant to bring these creations through together. So you focus on, the frequency, that the energy that you're being guided to focus on, and then it will give way to what somebody else is doing. And then there's a lot of collaboration that's going to be happening. And a lot of the things that you're being shown as well are coming in with others, with soul family as well, is what I'm getting. We also have the Page of Wands. So again, this is that passionate energy. There's a lot of people are getting in touch with their soul frequency. The more that we're releasing the density, the more that our light bodies are coming online, the more that we are our souls, the more that we're feeling our light bodies, which is that joyous energy, that expansive energy. It's the light of our soul. And so the more that we're able to feel that, and this truly is a feeling connection, the more that you're able to feel your soul, the more you're going to be swept up in these creative energies, these passions, this enlightenment. And there's a lot coming online with this. And it also is helping with so much more grace as to move through the healing, because we see the purpose of it. And it's helping us focus on things that can help us through what's heavy. And lastly, we have, oh, beautiful, the Queen of Pentacles. There is abundance coming in. There is self-worth coming in. We are in true Taurus season during the time of this full moon, and we are reaching this place of embodiment, of enlightenment, of self-worth, of embodying the light of our soul in form. More and more and more. Of course, it's an ongoing process, but the more that we're able to feel our soul, the more that we release the density, the programming, everything that we are not, the more that all that's left is our soul, the joy, the enlightenment, the creativity. And we are entering these new levels where we are with soul family. We are in our creative power. We are abundant. And we're so close to entering into that. And this feels truly like that time of allowing yourself to be reborn, of allowing yourself to be cleaned out, cleared out, allowing whatever needs to go, because you are so held right now. I know we always are, but there's such an opportunity for enlightenment, for discovery, for resurrection, for healing, for rebirth, for creation. So this is a really auspicious time, and I want to see the hidden influence. We have the Seven of Wands as the hidden influence. Let me tune in here. This feels like this energy of like what I was picking up on, of like we're leveling up because we've been so committed. We're leveling up because we're following the guidance. We're leveling up because we're not settling for anything less than what we're worth, than what we know we're worth. We're leveling up because we've held our boundaries. We're leveling up because we're not settling for less. We're leveling up because we're truly honoring ourselves. And that is why we are preparing to enter those worlds where we are truly supported, seen, appreciated, and thriving. So allow this full moon time to rejuvenate you, to clear you, to help you rebirth yourself, because that is what is here right now. That is the opportunity of this time. There's a lot that is preparing to be born, to take off. And this lunation, this full moon lunar cycle, is truly an opportunity to help complete what's left, like what's still ailing you and troubling you, and help transition you into more peace, is what I'm really getting. So I wanted to get some last little fortune cards for this time. I have surprise. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching. And then you also have communication. A reunion could bring love, or a rekindling of friendships. A lucky win seems likely. Okay, so this does feel like a message also with this Page of Wands that, okay, this is coming through in a lot of different ways. For those of you who have been going through breakups or situations that have been closing out, they don't have to be romantic relationships. There's something new coming in to take its place when you're ready. For some of you, this is going to be a healing or a rekindling of something that has been moving through a rough patch. A lot of relationships have been more difficult than usual lately, because this is such a solo time this year of really having to be present with yourself. And it's not enjoyable to be in relationships and in such introspective places. It's not as enjoyable as when everything is fun and expansive. So that's a message that is wanting to come through, is that fun, that joy, that like enjoying being around each other and friends and partnerships. It's returning, it's coming back. Is a big message wanting to come through. I'm going to get just a couple more cards from this deck, and then we will close out the reading. What else would like to come through for this full moon time for the collective? We have Goddess, healing the feminine energy, and safe and happy travel, protection from harm when journeying. Okay, this feels like, I know this won't apply to everybody, but this feels kind of like a twin flame message if you're on this journey, a divine union message for those divine feminines out there who have been calling somebody in, who have been so focused on themselves, on their worth. You can be in a relationship or not, it doesn't matter. Who have been focused on doing the inner work, on getting their frequency to a certain point. It's just this big message of congratulations. I'm feeling that you are transitioning into that next level where there's more joy, there's more harmony. There could be unions coming in if you're not in a union. There could be, that spark coming back in relationships that are already going on. And this is a time of transition. So if you're feeling heavy, just let go, surrender, trust you're being carried, and things will lighten up. And if you're starting to feel good, great, embrace this. You've done such great work and this is going to continue. And you're being carried, you're being leveled up. So I hope that this message finds you well whenever you are tuning in, and I'm sending you so much love and happy full moon blessings.